In 1956 Chicago, Leonard Burling is an English cutter who runs a shop in a neighborhood managed by using Irish mob boss Roy Boyle. Boyle's leader enforcer, Francis, and his son and second-in-command Richie use Burling's keep as a stash residence for grimy money. Burling tolerates this arrangement because the Boyles and their guys are his nice customers. Burling also stalks a complicated relationship with keep receptionist Mabel, who's additionally Richie's girlfriend. Mabel has no hobby in Burling's trade and ownership of the store, looking instead to leave Chicago and travel the arena. One night, Francis indicates up at the store with Richie, who's been shot inside the torso after a war of words with the rival LaFontaine Circle of Relatives, a black criminal company. Burling is compelled at gunpoint to deal with Richie's wounds and conceal a briefcase containing a copy of an FB recording with precise data at the group's operations, which changed into furnished via the Outfit, a nationwide syndicate based by way of Al Capone that protects crook corporations from the law. Francis receives in contact with Roy and departs, leaving Burling and Richie by myself. The two guys speak and start to bond, and Burling takes gain of Richie's naivety to convince him that Francis is an informant and plans to hand the tape over to the FB. While Francis returns, Burling intercepts him, claiming that Richie is lightheaded and delusional from blood loss. Richie threatens Francis, who's compelled to kill him in self-defense. He and Burling then hide Richie's body simply as Roy arrives with his bodyguard Monk. The two guys lie and tell him that Richie left the store on his own. Francis volunteers to go discover him. Roy notices his son's coat in the shop's back room and threatens Burling, dramatic the truth. Francis then returns with Mabel in tow, claiming that he found Richie's blood in her rental. Whilst Roy orders his guys to torture her for statistics, Burling distracts him via revealing the cause why he came to Chicago. His wife and daughter were each killed in a fireplace at his former keep on Savile Row. Whilst the store's telephone rings, Burling answers it. He tells Roy that Richie remains alive and anticipating him. Roy and Monk go away, however leave Francis at the backup. Burling then explains to Francis why he lied. Mabel is an FB informant. Mabel admits that she commenced dating Richie simply so she should undercover agent on his own family, blaming them for her father's homicide. Burling directs Mabel to call Violet LaFontaine, give her the folks' vicinity so she will be able to ambush and kill Roy and his men, and offer to promote the recording. Francis is persuaded to go along with the plan while Burling tells him he can gun down Violet whilst she arrives at his save. With Roy useless, he's going to then be perfectly located to take over the team. Violet gives Mabel with a large amount of money for the recording. Burling uses hand signals to warn her proximately Francis before staging a controversy to entice him out. Francis is shot 2 times by Violet's bodyguards, and that they go away with the tape. However, Burling then well-known shows that the recording is a hoax. Mabel realizes that he has been deceiving the Boyles from the start by planting messages from the outfit, putting in a malicious program so they could incriminate themselves, and training her to trick both them and LaFontaine. Burling offers her the actual tape and the cash and urges her to go and stay her dreams. While dousing the store with flammable chemicals, a nevertheless alive Francis shoots Burling within the shoulder earlier than his gun jams. He then pulls out a knife. Burling undoes the buttons on his sleeves, revealing that his hands are heavily tattooed. He tells Francis that in his children, he was a gang enforcer until he changed into order to commit a heinous crime. Fleeing from his gang, he reinvented himself and started out a circle of relatives, until his vintage gang observed them and burned down his store. Francis lunges at Burling, who swiftly stabs him within the neck together with his material shears, killing him. Wearing a dark jacket to hide his wounds, Burling quietly leaves as the shop burns to the floor. Thank you for listening the story. Please like